Hello, hello. Hey, Adam Jam. Hey, Westside. Hey, SoCal, if you're still here. How's everybody doing? Hey, Fino. Just waiting for folks to pop in. Is anybody doing anything interesting? So silver's up over 38 bucks. My next mailing will be next week. Be early next week. Probably like Monday or Tuesday. I wasn't able to get stuff out this week because this week got crazy. If you have anything here, did you want it sent out with the next round? You saw a bear? Cool. We got 5 folks on right now. Hopefully we'll get a few more soon. Okay. Do you have a package? Yeah, I'll get that out. I'll make a note right now. Shipino. Alright. I have made a note. Yeah, no problem. Alright, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. Cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Kachera. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, it is an additional $35 on top of that. It's my guard bird. He watches over me. Registered is the only way you can ensure the coins all the way through the mail. And remember, if you do registered, you will have to sign for it when it arrives. And it does take longer, because it's all done on the ground and every single carrier has to sign it. And so it does take longer to get there. But you will have to sign when it arrives. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to email me by the end of the night. Email has to... You're afraid to go outside. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. And here is our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Today's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get your package a few days, or get your package. You will get the lot list a couple of days before every sale. As soon as the lot list hits your email, you have the ability to pre-purchase items. I will not charge for pre-purchases right away. I wait until after the night of the stream, and then I invoice everybody together. Remember, it is first come, first serve, just like our sale. So if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. And then I also put the lot list on the Facebook every day we do the sale. And of course, anything that went in pre-sale has been removed from that list. So what's on that Facebook list is what is available. And by the way, for anybody hoping, the 1922D piece of dollar is gone, all the Merc dimes are gone, and the 20 Real Spain is gone. Those all went in pre-sale. All right, something I wanted to go over real quick, because it's becoming a thing lately. So for anybody who doesn't know, we do hold packages for you guys, if you ask us to, so you can maximize your shipping. If you tell us to hold your package, we will hold it until it's full, and then ship it out. Unless you decide you're tired of waiting and you say, hey, go ahead and ship my package. I wanted to reiterate that because I've had a few people recently that have been like, you know, why hasn't my stuff shipped? And I'm like, because you asked us to hold it until it was full. So if you tell us to hold it, remember that you did that. Like, make yourself a note. Put a sticky note or something somewhere so you remember you asked us to hold your package. And then if you want it and it's not full yet, all you have to do is email it and be like, you know what? I just want my goodies. So I just wanted to cover that again. And then, of course, for the people that, have us hold the packages every time, we already know exactly. Like that Fino guy asked me. What was I about to say? I don't know. I got sidetracked and that thought went away. Yeah, it's going to annoy me now. Oh, and then just another reminder, everybody help spread word about our channel. I've been saying this for years, and I'm still going to say it. I would love to get to the point where we could have 20, 30, 40 people on every week. That'd be awesome. Most of the time, we're still in single digits. After 6.5 years, I don't think I'm that terrible. If I am, tell me. Am I that terrible? Am I driving people away? Do people not like me? I don't know. I am who I am. There's good prices and good deals and good stuff. If we could have, a regular large show out, I could get even more stuff and have even more stuff and have even better stuff. That's how that works. Alrighty. But we gotta get this thing going. It's getting late in the evening. So, alright, we are kicking out with banknotes, as always. I got a couple of American banknotes today. These are actually really cool. So, I'm going to link both of these real quick. These are 2013 commemorative colorized $2 notes. These are actual commemorative notes. There's Design 1 and Design 2 in little booklets. They're $6 each, but if somebody wants both, I'll do both as a set for 10. So they're on these little holders. It does have a certificate of authenticity. And that is the $2 note. So these are specially made as commemorative releases. That's why it's got the different design. I wonder too. The only thing I can think is that people must not like me. The only thing I don't like about these booklets is I wish you could flip the bill so you don't have to take it out. It's got the standard reverse. So that's the first one. And again, let me show that obverse again so you can see the difference. And then here is the other one. Again, comes with a certificate of authenticity. And that is the design for the other one. So $6 each, or 10 for the pair. Anybody. These again are 2013s. They're both 2013s. I think they're very cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, people make too big of a deal about the subscriber account. They would rather have you have 10 million subscribers, but you have a crappy channel than have small subscribers and you're a good channel. I've actually had people tell me they don't come and watch because the subscribers are too low. Hey, whatever, dude. I'm not going to be a performing monkey. I'm just going to sell you coins and make good deals. All right, we are moving on. Hey, Dandy Dave. All right, World Banknotes. Stay. We're falling down. Stop it. Get a new twisty tie to keep this thing up. Alright, whatever. Alright, first one is 2014 1000 Rials Cambodia. There it is. Yep. It is uncirculated and $2. I mean, I would think, being that I've been doing this for 6.5 years, let me get that out of the way so you can see it. And they could go back and look at some of the stuff. I would think that they would be able to say by now that I'm established, even if my subscriber base is low, considering after that long I'm still not even at the 1,000 mark. All right, moving on. But honestly, subscriber base is completely meaningless. And that's something people need to figure out. Because, all right, next one, I got 2 available. These are 1998 100 rubles from Belarus. They are uncirculated and $2 each. But yeah, because, you know, yeah, I've got, what, around 800 subscribers. But On a typical night, I'll have anywhere between, 7 and 15 people actually watching. And even people that have, 500,000 subscribers, if they do live streams, a tiny, tiny percentage of that is actually going to be on there watching. That's also why I don't do the paid service to get subscribers, because I know most of those are just bots. I would prefer to have 100 subscribers and actually have all 100 of you on when I do streams and stuff, than have 1 million subscribers and the cool YouTube channel plaque and all that, and only have 100 of you still on watching. That's just the way I am. I know, right? I'm not going to go out and do stupid entertaining things just for the sake of subscribers. And I'm not a hot chick that can sit here in a bikini, so it is what it is. Alright, moving on. Alright, and then the next 6, these are all some more of these 1920. Hey, Doug. Oh, you want the deal on them on $2 bills? You got it. These are all the 1920 100 marks. I'm going to do a bundle on these tonight. You guys have seen enough of these. I'm going to do a bundle on these tonight. If anybody wants all 6, let's see. I'll do all 6 for $15. $2.50 each. Anybody? That's a good deal on those. What are they doing to me? Nothing. Man, even at $2.50 each, nobody wants these? Hey, go away. Stop it. All right, moving on. I honestly thought somebody would snag that deal. Banning alts. All right, next up, coins. All right, first coin lot for today. It's a little 3 British half-cent bundle. Those are supposed to, that first one's supposed to say 1872. That's a typo. Let me fix that real quick. So this little bundle is going for $5. That's less than $2 a coin. There we go. Now it's right. Let's remove the wrong one. Awesome. All right, so you got 1872. And that's pretty much your $5 right there. And 1917. And oh, that's actually an 1888. So it's another typo on there. So it's 1872, 1888, and 1917. I don't know where that 1928 came from. Let me get that off there. And I just had that one all screwed up on the listing. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, I replied to your email. There we go. Now it's fully corrected. Okay, so it's 1888. $1872. And 1917. And these are all, again, British half pennies. $5 for the 3. It's less than $2 each. Could be. Yeah, I said you can just send it on your own, or I'll send you a thing for it tonight after the stream. On a thing like that, you don't have to wait on me. You can just send it. Wow, nobody wants that. All right. I stream every Thursday. That's another thing. I tell you guys every week what night and what time we do every week. If it changes, I let you guys know. That's been going on for 6.5 years. Which means unless you get an email or something and I say that it's being postponed, it's happening. Like it has for 6.5 years. Even if YouTube doesn't tell you, it's happening. Like it has for 6.5 years. All right, next up, I've got 2 of these available. They're different grades. These are 1944D 1/10 Guldens from Curacao. We have one that's EF and one that's AU. EF is $4, AU is $5. I need a scope for these. These are smaller coins. Just get out of the way. All right, here's the $4 one. This is the EF. 64% silver. Curacao. D-mint mark is right there. Can't keep track of what day of the week it is. That's a personal problem. And then here's the AU. Both have a cool gold patina toning going on. So this is the $5 one. Anybody? Maybe you should use a calendar. Get the old school one, the old printed one that you have hanging on walls. Then mark off the days every day like we used to do old school. I'm Gen X, man. Sometimes the old ways are just better. All right, moving on. I can see it's going to be one of those nights. All right, next up, we got one coin from Britain. Just one. It is a 1941 half crown. 50% silver, VF, 15 bucks. Hey, I'm in up too. No, I get it. There's days I have to ask Angela, like, what day is this? I mean, you have documentation through your bank account. If you do it through your bank account, it's going to be on your bank statement forever. So you can prove it that way too. All right, moving on. Man, is anybody here for actual coins tonight? So far, the only two things that have sold are a couple of banknotes. Hey, Bo. Next up, 1947 1/4 Balboa. 90% silver in fine, 10 bucks. Yeah, Henry's got a package here, and I haven't heard from him. Go to Dandy Dave. I always hope for anybody, because I know some of the people that I have on here are pretty aged. I would hope they have at least somebody so that if anything does happen to them, they can hit me up and be like, so, you know, he died. and let me know what they want me to do with their stuff. I don't know. I've been through Chase for a long time, and I've never had a problem with them. I've always had good luck with them. All right, now we've also got from the same year, 1947, half Balboa. 90% silver and fine. This one's 18 bucks. Yeah, you probably, if you do, you're gonna kick yourself because you're gonna see a coin that you missed out on and somebody else beat you to it. It was the showcase coin, which went in pre-sale. It's already gone. Was a 1854/2 repunch date. 20 real from Spain in EF, and it was graded and attributed by Rick Snow. It was 225 bucks. It was the first coin that went in pre-sale. Yeah, that was the very first coin that sold. No, it was Washington State Jags fan got it. All right, anybody on the half Balboa? Hey, Moose Sox. All right, moving on. So Moose Sox added the first 16 lots. The only things that have sold are the Panama quarter Balboa and the two $2 bills. So if there's anything in that first 16 lots that you wanted, it's still available. All right, next up we got one coin from Germany. And it is the 1935A. That's Third Reich. 5 marks. This is the Potsdam Church one. 90% silver, AU, 20 bucks. And Dandy Dave beat Aaron by a hair. Going to Dandy Dave. All right. Next up, Austria. Kicking off Austria is a 1965 shilling with very cool, like, vintage toning. That is awesome toning. It's 64% silver EF. NGC list on this coin is 35 bucks. I'm doing it for 15. Oh, this thing is cool. It's like the third time I've had this up. I'm surprised Westside hasn't grabbed it yet. It's like right up his alley with that awesome toning. Anybody? It's less than half of list. And still nobody wants it. All right. I'm actually considering dropping the number of lots I do World Silver on because World Silver sales have really gone down. If I'm being honest. All right, next one is 1971 10 shillings. 64% silver, EF, going for $6. So do I. I'm always trying to recommend people get into it. And I wish more people that are into it would be more open into, you know, starting to collect new countries. I look at it as like, you know, I get wanting to try and complete a collection, but once you get all the really easy ones to get, you might as well jump on a new country and start getting the easy ones for that one while you're looking for the hard to get ones for the others. They already sold, but I can show them to you so you can see what they look like. All right, moving on. Okay. Yeah, out of the banknotes, those were the only two that went. Everything else on the banknotes are still available. And the 19, 20, 100 marks, I did a deal. If anybody wanted all 6 of them, I'll do it for $15. It makes them $2.50 each. No, I said everything before the quarter Balboa except the $2 bills. Next up, 1967, 25 shilling. 80% silver, BU. $28. That's a gorgeous coin. Glare. Good Lord. Trying to figure out a way to have this thing on camera is tricky because of how shiny it is. That's honestly one of my favorite reverses for Austria. That is, I just love the reverses when they have all the various shields. I think it looks cool. I don't think so. I think everything above 100 shilling is done in gold. All right, moving on. And no love for Austria. Next up, 1966, 50 shilling. 90% silver, BU proof like, $28. Austria National Bank. All right, moving on to the 1971 50 shillings. And this one's going to Aaron. Congrats, Aaron. That was a nice one too, Aaron. That's like, that reverse is like proof like. Oh, you wanted the 66? Okay. $66. All right. All right, so this one is still available then if anybody wants it. The 71. So that beautiful reverse, it's almost proof-like. It's one of their rare 90% silver coins. All right, moving on. And the last one, 1974, 50 shillings. This is the 175th anniversary of Austria Police. I've been trying to sell this coin for like a year and just nobody wants it. Somebody get it. BU for 22 bucks. I haven't even raised the price on this coin in a year. It's always been 22 bucks. Going to Aaron. Yay, somebody finally got it. There you go. Now you do. All right. Anybody wants any more of that Austria, let me know. All right. Next up, we have one coin from France. That's because you've been constantly going up to Alaska, doing the craziness up there. Can't complain though. Alaska is a beautiful place. It is a 1914 2 francs. 83.5% silver AU, 14 bucks. Pretty nice for 111 years old. Oh, that'd be cool. Getting paid to go to Hawaii, that'd be awesome. And just think, if they're having it built on Kilauea, you might get to go back down there every few years after the volcano knocks it down and you have to go rebuild it. Going to Aaron. Gratzer. Because some of those people never learn. They just rebuild their house in the same spot. And it's like, dude, you live in a volcano magma flow spot. What are you doing? All right, next up, this is the first time I have ever had this coin in, guys. This is a brand new, for a Cheapskate Coins at least. And this thing is freaking cool. This is from 1901. It is a 5 drachma. It's actually from Crete. Back when Crete was still its own province. And this one is going to Aaron. Yeah, this one would have been 50 bucks more expensive if that hole wasn't there. But you can at least still see the date. And there's your reverse. That thing is awesome. Congrats, man. Very true. Dropped the phone trying to get that one. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll find another one. But that's the first one in 6.5 years I've ever seen. Do have one more grease coin though. It is a 1960 20 drachma. 83.5% silver VF for 12. Use a laptop, then you don't have to worry about it. Anybody? Or your autocorrect decides that that's not a real word and tries to change it. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got one coin from New Zealand. You don't see these all that often either. These are the florins. 1937 florin. 50% silver in fine, going for 10 bucks. You never type duck you. Anybody? It's actually, honestly, might be a low VF. But, all right, moving on. All right, next up, we got a couple from Australia. I'm going to need the scope for this one. First one, 1943 D, 3 pence. 925 sterling silver AU for 8 bucks. It's got that gold patina going on. All right, moving on. And then we got the 48 sixpence. 50% silver VF. Going for $3. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah, this is actually, this is Angela's last week of doing graveyards. She's switching to daytime so that she can get the full 5 days, so she's going to be getting 40 hours a week. But she's going to, starting when that new shift starts, she's going to be doing 4 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Which means she's going to have to get up between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning every day. Luckily, I'm up every night, so I can make sure I get her up. Alright, moving on. Alright. I'll at least show you guys the one. So you guys can at least see it. So again, this is already sold. I'm just showing it to you guys so you can see it because it's awesome. 1854 over to 20 reals. Isabel II, Spain. EF 2. That's what I paid. I charged him $225. So I'm basically breaking even on it, but it's all good. Check that out. But there is show you the overdate. There's the 4 over 2. So that's what you're looking for. If you ever want to find the 4 over 2, that's it. Well, now you have. Oh yeah, that's a pretty strong overdate. God, get out of my way. There we go. All right. Pain in the butt sometimes trying to find that sweet spot on the cameras. Oh yeah, that was definitely one of his eBays. All right, next up, Netherlands. All right, first up from the Netherlands is the 1965 1 gulden. 72% silver AU, $8. I think anytime you got a lion trying to kill you with a sword, that's a pretty cool reverse. $1,800 over 9. Nice. Be Drake bust, right? That is a series that surprisingly I sometimes have a hard time selling, is anytime I get US large cents. Alright, moving on. Next up is 1962 2.5 gulden. 72% silver AU, 18 bucks. I do too. If there ever comes a day that I'm like making really good money, I want to put together a really nice large cent collection. You just wish you could get bundles of them for a better deal than $2 a pop. Dude, where are you getting large cents at $2 a pop? I think the cheapest I can get, even the common low grade common dates, is like $6 or $7. And that's on a good day. All right, moving on. No, that is not the going rate. If you have a hookup where you can get that, that's awesome. If like, as long as you can see the date, they are worth way more than $2. All right, next up. Oh yeah, definitely they go up in price fast. 1995, 10 gulden, 80% silver proof. Only 37.5 thousand of these. 37,500 were ever made. Figure probably 80% of those have been melted down by now. Over $22. That is a coin you are not going to see often, guys. Grab it while you can. Right? Let me see something real quick. It's 37,500 times 0.2. Yeah, you could safely estimate on this coin that there's only 7,500 of them left in the world. Man, nobody. All right. Yeah, I'll do it for 20. Going to boat for 20. All right, and then the 1997 10 Gulden. Well, yeah, it's very low mintage and probably very few of them left at that. 80% silver. This thing is a gorgeous BU. And going for 22 bucks. These, of course, have the edge print. And that is luster for days. Going to Aaron. Alrighty. Next up, we have one coin from Mexico. And it is 1952 5 peso. 72% silver AU. Just a little bit of wear in his hair. That's it. And then a tiny little bit on the highest points on the wing. How's it going for 32 bucks? Prices on these are starting to go up because silver is so high. At $38 and change an ounce right now. And it's looking like it's going to keep going. I think we're going to hit 40 bucks. Yeah, I'll do 30. Just because you've gotten so much from me lately. Going to Aaron for 30. Alrighty. Next up, Canada. And we're kicking off Canada with a 1917 25 center. 925 sterling silver in fine, 10 bucks. It's only like a couple of bucks off from melt. Going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, Dandy. Next up, Are you sure? Because they'll fit in the one that I'm about to ship you. I haven't sealed that one up yet. Next up is 1929. 80% silver and fine, $8. All right, we'll do. Going to Moose Socks. I'll put a little note down here too. Shipbo. All right, and then next up, I got one more quarter. It is the 1952 VF for $8. Ain't about it. Let me look. Yes, that was the last year of King George before it switched over to Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, and melt on these, the 80%ers from Canada right now, melt is $5.73. Going to Danny Dave. Next up, these I rarely ever get. So it's pretty cool that I landed one. This is the 1918 C, 50 cents from Newfoundland, Canada. 80% silver VF and going to Moose Socks. Very low mintage. That's the reverse. Gratzer. All right, final coin from Canada. Let's make this a clean sweep. Let's clean sweep all the Canada coins. 1966 dollar. Beautiful BU. That's almost a proof like. Going for $30. This thing is gorgeous. It's blasting out the camera. Anybody? Yeah, so just the current melt on these alone nowadays. I remember back when I used to sell these for 18 bucks. But just the melt on these nowadays, $22.94. It's 0.6 ounce of silver. Well, nobody's grabbing it, so if you need it, or if it's an upgrade and you want it, it's available. Had to do a double take and go back and make sure you heard it right. Yeah, when I first started doing this, I was selling these things for 18 bucks. Now they're 30. Of course, when I started doing this, silver prices were $13 an ounce. Now it's 38. All right, moving on. Moose socks. If you decide you need it, or if you find you need it, just let me know. All right, next up is a 1944 S 50 centavos, USA, Philippines. 75% silver, EF, 10 bucks. The forgotten US half dollar. Oh, yeah, she's definitely doing real well on that. All right, Canadian dollar going to Moose Socks. I bet she's happy she did it. All right, moving on. All right, next up we got some Indian pennies. I'm going to link them all. If anybody needs any of them, let me know. Because these are all $2 a piece. Got 1890 VG. 1893 VG. 1896 and good. 97 and good. 98 and good. 99 and good. 1900 is VG. 1901 is good. 1902 VG. 1903 and fine. 1904 VG. 1905 and good. 06 VG. 07 in goods. Got a couple of dings on it. And 08. Excuse me. 08 is VG. That's why I tell you guys, write down what you got if you have your packages held. And I'm going to do these as a bundle. If anybody wants all 15 of these, just because I'm trying to clear them out. If anybody wants all 15 for tonight only, 15 bucks. $1 a piece. And Bo is taking that bundle. Blah. Sorry, it'll be 16. I miscounted. There's 16 of them. So it'll be 16 for 16 bucks. Congrats, sir. All right, next up. Got a couple of Seed of Liberty quarters tonight. $18.54 arrows. 90% silver and good. 5,000 survival all grades going for 35 bucks. Ain't about it. Wow, nobody. All right, moving on. All right, and then the other one, this is one of the better dates. Though it does have a little bit of scratches on it. It's an 1876 plain date. It's in a fine, but it does, like I said, it does have some scratches. So I have it priced as an about good at 40 bucks. That is the about good price for this coin. It is still a fine. Keep that in mind. Scratches right there on the reverse. Just some scratches right there towards that side of it. That's why I've got it as an about good on the price. And then a little bit of scratches on the front. And this one's going to Moose Socks. All right, if anybody wants that 1854, let me know. Next up, I've got a whole set. This is the entire 1999 through 2009 clad proof quarter set, 56 coins, over $100. That is less than $2 a coin. And all still in the original boxes. 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 down there at the bottom. Dandy Dave's taking the 1854. Congrats, Dandy. What are we talking about? Oh, yep, I did miss that. Sorry. Yeah, Aaron, you got it. Yours came in right before Moose Socks. My bad. So, 1876 is going to Aaron. I apologize, but it is corrected now. All right, anybody on this lot? Deal, guys. If nothing else, get this as like an early Christmas present for somebody if you've already got them. I see them on occasion, but man, they are expensive. All right. Nope. Hey, Richard, thought you said you were going to be able to make it tonight. Going to Richard. Nice to see you, sir. Popped in and grabbed that because it happened to be up. Whatever works, right? All right, next up, back to the Seated Liberty items. I have one Seated Liberty $50 this week. It's actually, that's a typo. It's an 1854 New Orleans. And this one's going to Adam Jam. Congrats, Adam. You're very welcome. All right, next up. I've got one Kennedy proof. It is the 1994 90% silver proof. Going for 15 bucks. To Thomas. Congrats, Thomas. Where'd I put that? All right. Next up, I got the 2009 presidential proofs. 2009, of course, being that lower mintage year on everything. So you got James K. Polk. Zachary Taylor. John Tyler. And William Henry Harrison. I'm going to give you guys a really good deal tonight. Because I'm just trying to clear a bunch of these presidential proofs out because I've been stacking up on a lot of them. I can do this twice. I have 2 full sets of these. 10 bucks a set. That makes them $2.50 per coin. You don't get much lower risk than that. 2.5 times face. Man, even at 10 bucks per set, nobody wants these. All right. All right, then I got 3 out of 4 of the 2010s. And if anybody wants all 3 of these, I will do all 3 of these at $6. And this is the final lot, by the way. So, all right, recap. All the world banknotes are still available. That's the 2014 100 Rials Cambodia. Both the 1998 100 rubles Belarus. And all 6 of the 1920... all 5 of the 1920 10 marks from Germany. And I did a bundle on those for tonight. For tonight only, if anybody wanted all 5 of the 100 marks from Germany from 1920, I'll do them all for $10. Yeah, Mercury dimes from this sale all went in pre-sale. Can you see the Curacao? Yeah, I'll show it when I get there for the recap. All right, the 3 British half-cent bundle is still available for $5. That's 1872, 1888, and 1917. That's a heck of a good deal for that. That's less than $2 each. Hey, Kelly. We're just starting the recap right now. We have all the world banknotes still available, and then right now I just hit the 3 British half-cent bundle. 1872, 1888, and 1917. And that's going to Doug. Congrats, Doug. And Kelly, I did a deal for tonight. If anybody wants all of the 1920 100 marks, there's 5 of them. For tonight only, I'll do it for $10. That makes them $2 each instead of $4 each. All right, Curaçaos for Mr. Moosox. That's the AU. Oop, let me get on the right camera. That's the AU. This is the $5 one. These are both 44Ds. You'll take all 5 for 10. All right, you got it, Kelly. And then this is the EF, which is the $4 one. Moose Sox. So there are your 2 Curaçaos. You want the AU one? You got it. Let me okay. Get Kelly on all these. All right, so world banknotes, that just leaves the 2 from Belarus and the 1 from Cambodia. All uncirculated at $2 each. All right, the 1941 half crown Britain is still available. It's VF at $15. From Austria, the 1965 shilling EF tone, $15. The 1971 10 shilling EF for $6. The 1967 25 shillings BU, $28. And the 1971 50 shillings 90% silver BU for $30. 1832 half cent, nice. Anybody on the Britain or the Austrias? All right. The 1960 20 drachma grease. VF for 12 bucks. 1934 New Zealand florin. 50% silver fine for 10 bucks. 1943 D 3 pence and the 1948 6 pence. 50% silver on the 6 pence. 925 sterling on the 3 pence. Those are both still available. Anybody on Greece, New Zealand, or Austria or Australia? Yeah. Kelly, you are in a padded mailer, the flat rate padded mailer, and you are like not even close. But if you get tired of waiting, all you got to do is say send it, and we'll send it. All right, Netherlands, the 1965 1 gulden AU for 8 bucks, and the 1962 2.5 gulden AU for 18. That is it for World Silver. That's all that's left available on the World Silvers. And then after that, it's just all the presidential dollars. So last call on everything. All right, sounds good. I do not know right at the moment. Give me a sec. Can you even reach?
No. Oh, where's the table? He's in one of the piles.
Yeah, I got a table in the way, Moose Socks, so I do not know right at the moment. Oh, okay, we're just moving the table.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. You're like, Moose Socks, you're like barely at half. Danny Dave. I think all the Mercury dimes are all sold, I believe, from that entire set. Nothing in here. Yeah, all the Mercury dimes are sold out. They are all gone. Until I can find some more. So Mercury dimes are out of stock. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. As always, give me a bit to get the invoices out. Everybody have a great night. Aaron, I will make sure to add the registered shipping to you. Don't worry, dude. You know me. I'll get them again eventually. Just have some patience. Everybody have a great night.